Yo, what's up, YouTube? What it do? This is Rod D of the Orange Ninja News. All right, man. Well, today we're gonna be talking about Ti versus Iggy Azalea. They got the movie of the day, including a new movie. They have the song of the day, Patrick Cruz's Macau Drita, A Bad Father, and we're going to also have talk about Eric Holder and the Rudy Ray Moore story. And yeah, the Rudy Ray Moore story will also be known as the story of Dolomite, because that's Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore. And without further ado, I say, hey, let's get into it. It's about that time. All right, with the Ti versus Iggy Azalea. Ti called her his biggest blunder. As far as music career wise, he started off when she wasn't on the main stage like that. She was just getting started, and Ti put her out there like that where she can be in the mainstream and put her music mainstream. And they say this is not their first beef, so and it'd be like that sometimes when you have creative differences. You have, your management might want you to do something, but then you feel like y'all should go another direction or whatever like that. I think the whole thing shouldn't just be out in the public like that. I mean, that's some more of internal type stuff that I think they could have sat down together to talk about. Or if you're going to go your separate ways, just go your separate ways. I don't know. Everything is out in the open these days, and made for the internet, and for the talk shows, I guess, to give the talk show something to talk about, which is good. This is a talk show, and I like talking. Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on. That's what's up. Yeah. Hey, so she made a remark, and her remark is, of course, that she's not a blunder, but she says he has a lot of blunders. Not her, but he has made some blunders, is what she said. And that's like, a little dig back at him. And let me say, first of all, I like Ti. I'm originally from Georgia. He's a Georgia dude, and I think he's a role model for a lot of people, man. The way he came up and hit the music scene strong and really got his coins in, and he does a lot of positive stuff for a lot of people. And he's an overall good guy, and musically he's really nice, and he knows what it takes to make a hit song. And I'm just saying, with that said, that I think that he got this one wrong, because I mean, man, I got nothing but love for him, but at the same time, man, if I'm not going to agree with nobody 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's just this instance here that he has that I don't agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes a mistake. Anybody can get something wrong, and I just think, in my opinion, that he got it wrong. Well, because then the whole world would just see this guy arguing back and forth with a female. That looks bad right there by itself, man. Before we go any further with anything else, you know what I'm saying? That right there alone is a bad look. Then on top of that, you made good money off of her, and you definitely helped her career, and it was mutual. So, I mean, if it didn't go right, didn't work out or whatever in the end, you could both go your way, and you kind of keep it to yourself. And there's many people that work together that still don't work together anymore, but you don't hear them going back and forth with each other in the media. So, I mean, I don't think it should have ever made it to that step where you're doing an interview and her name comes up and you say anything. Like the old saying goes, man, if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. If you ain't got nothing nice about the person to say, then don't say nothing at all about them. And, I just think it's a bad look. Because you also have other artists that want to work with you, and especially female artists, and they'll be like, yeah, well, if you do work with him, you see how if everything don't go his way, you see how he talks behind your back after you leave. You have to think about that, you know what I'm saying? And and with that in mind, that'd be kind of a turn off for a lot of female artists that could potentially work with you. Yeah, so that's the that's the whole thing about the back and forth beef with between T.I. and Iggy Azalea, and this, it's just that word at that level where it's just a few comments back and forth. Ain't nothing real big, you know what I'm saying? I know some media outlets probably blow it out of proportion, but it's not. To me, I don't think it's really all that serious like that. All right, so next we're gonna go into the movie of the day. Yes, the movie of the day. All right, so I'm thinking The Postman, starring Kevin Costner. Now, Kevin Costner, he's got a lot of movies out that I like. I think the two movies that I like the most, starring Kevin Costner, would be The Postman and also Waterworld. Both of them are sci-fi adventure movies. I'm into adventure, suspense. I like that, and I'm real big on sci-fi. So I really love both of those movies. But he's done a gang of movies, and all his movies are good. You know what I'm saying? I just have certain genre that I like, but I actually like all his movies. And it's hard to pick. Like if you was trying to just pick one as your favorite, but like I say, for me, uh, I go those two as my top ones, as my top picks from him. But like I say, all of them are great, and he's a phenomenal actor. So he does a real good job on all his movies. And well, let's get into The Postman. On The Postman is post-apocalyptic era where something big happened, like World War III or whatever. We had this big major event, and everybody is set back to the early ages of where we don't have any kind of electronic devices running or any of that. Is not any cars or anything. The only way to get them around is by horseback, and that can happen due to a EMP because EMP is a electronic magnetic pulse, and during a nuclear war, of course, that will occur. And so everything was set back, and you don't have the modern technology to help you out, and therefore everybody's living more primitive and fighting with each other, and they kind of clanning up in different groups, different sets and tribes. And you could go to one town, and that town don't get along with another town, etc. And then you can have like gang of marauders running around robbing and doing everything. And well, not to give the whole movie away, because if you haven't seen it, man, you definitely need to see The Postman. But not to give the whole movie away, he accidentally stumbles onto becoming the first postman after the the apocalypse that happened, and everybody had to start over. There was no postman, no police, no nothing, of course. And so he actually is the guy to start the postman job back up again, and he would be actually the first one. And the way he came about it was just by accident, by finding a mail bag and a uniform on the corpse, and he put it on. And once he got to the town, everybody's like, "Oh, who are you?" He's like, "I'm the postman," and he just stuck, and he started giving people mail, and the whole thing, he got it crunk again. And that's part of civilization, man. Something like that could spark civilization, being able to communicate. And once the whole post office and the postal thing started working again, it started that civilization back again, because now people could communicate with each other from far distances, and then you can start setting up your whole network of an army and a police system and everything else you need to have a civilized society. Yeah, so it was a great movie. I love this. If you into action, there's plenty of shooting, horse riding, running and jumping around, and if you're into sci-fi, it's right up there. Top sci-fi movies, you'll really love it. I'm a sci-fi junkie, so if I love it, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. Just yeah, you might want to check that out. The Postman, starring Kevin Costner. Now, next I want to just talk about uh, a new movie that's out. Um, they got a new movie out called Joker, just simply Joker. I thought they would call it The Joker, but there's no the in front of it. It's just simply Joker. And this one is starring Joaquin Phoenix. And on this movie, it's basically the beginning, the original, and it tells you how the Joker comes about. And it's the beginning story before he even becomes the Joker. And uh, I really enjoyed comics back in the day, and I still watch a little motion comic every now and then and stuff like that too. So I mean, I was up on all of the beginning story of the Joker, and it just never hit the big screen though. This is the first time they actually put the story of the beginning of the Joker out, you know. So you had a lot of different ones where different Batman's movies where the Joker got a little shine, but it wasn't never just focused on him by himself. So that's pretty good for all the comic book heads that's really into comics and into that. You really love the Joker, and Joaquin Phoenix does a real great job in this movie. And it wasn't as action packed as I thought it would be, but there's still enough of action, well, mixed with a lot of real good acting. So you'll enjoy the movie. It's going to be real nice. And if you never knew the story of the Joker, as far as the beginning of the Joker, and you never was really into the comics like that, then this would be really great for you because yeah, it's a real tight story. All right, next we're going to go into the song of the day. For the song of the day, I'm looking at Green Day, Fire Ready Aim. I just seen a video today. I act like I've been on the song for a minute or whatever. But I know I know the video's new, and yeah, it was a pretty tight video with all different scenery, a lot of different people dancing and stuff like that. And Green Day still got it. And that's what they're showing. Green Day's like, yeah, we still got it. we here, we doing the thing, man. Green Day's in there. Yeah, so Fire Ready Aim. It's a nice little tune. It's catchy. It's upbeat, and you know it's a more of a happy kind of happy upbeat style of song that you enjoy, and the video is really nice too. So yeah, you get a chance, check that out. The song is Fire Ready Aim by Green Day. Yeah, well, switching gears here, man. I tell you the next story. I wish I didn't even have to talk about, but it's in the news, so I'm gonna talk about it. It's Patrick Cruz, the domestic terrorist who shot 22 people in El Paso, Texas. Well, the reason that he's in the news is that he's claiming not guilty, which, if you didn't know, he had got caught on the scene, and he basically turned himself in. And whenever he turned himself in, he said that he was the shooter. He was like, turned himself into the cops, said, "Hey, I'm the shooter. I did it." And he was caught there at the scene. All the witnesses said he was the guy. I mean, I don't see how he can even go for the not guilty plea. Seems kind of idiotic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what the thinking is there, but unless they're gonna say not guilty due to insanity or some kind of BS like that. But I mean, the shit was well planned out. The guy knew exactly what the hell he was doing. So I mean, that damn insanity plea should fall on deaf ears right there. Cause yeah, 22 people killed on the scene, and a hell of a lot more was shot up and injured. And I mean, they survived, but you seen the story about one of them that's in a wheelchair. So just because you survived don't mean that you know what I'm saying, that you're good and healthy. I mean, still getting shot up is getting shot up. You're still gonna be hurt, you know, still be messed up. So yeah, man, they need to do a more speedier trial than this, man. I think they dragging that mess out a little too long, man. It's ridiculous. And yeah, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Okay, the next story we got is Macau Drita. Um, Kind of weird name, uh, but Macau Drita, or Macau, looks like Macau Drita. That sounded, yeah, I ain't gonna guess, but it sounded like somewhere in the region around Russia or somewhere where a name like that would come from. So anyway, if you don't know the name, this is the guy that shot an unarmed man in a parking lot of a Clearwater, Florida gas station. And if you don't remember the story, what happened was he tried to claim the stand your ground law because it's in Florida and they had a whole stand your ground law, and people be trying to get away with murder of unarmed people, which makes no sense. But anyway, so he was outside arguing with a young lady that had a kid in the back seat. I know the baby was crying, and he's arguing and cussing her out about parking in a handicap space. He had his hand in his pocket, which later on they find out that he had his gun in that same very pocket. So while he was arguing with her, he already had his hand on his gun in his damn pocket. So there's a theory there that he was just going to shoot and kill her, because he was basically a guy out just looking for somebody to kill that day and claim the whole stand your ground crap. So, but in between arguing with her, her husband comes out the store, and he don't know what's going on. All he hears is baby in the backseat crying and this guy cussing his wife out. So yeah, the husband pushed him on the ground. Anybody who common sense would have pushed the guy away. Like, what the hell? Why are you attacking my family? You know, some crazy weirdo just attacking your family. And then this Macau Drita goes ahead and shoots the unarmed man, just point blank, pow, pow, pow. And he wanted to claim stand your ground, which he couldn't do that because they proved, hey, there was no reason to shoot the man. The man only pushed him on the ground. How you feel for your life when you're the attacker? You're so afraid for your life that you go and attack somebody, for one. For two, the man pushed you on the ground and he backed away, and he was trying to get away from you. Him and his family just want you to quit attacking them and to leave them alone. They want to get away from you. There was no reason to shoot and kill this innocent unarmed man. So, yeah. Well, this dude only got 20 years. And you might say, well, 20 years, man, that's some years. He's going to be 20 years older when he come out, blah, blah. No. This fool only got 20 years, man. Don't you know, whatever years you get, you can do half of that and do a parole hearing. So he can potentially come out of jail within 10 years. I don't think 10 years is enough of years for killing a human being, especially when you was in the mindset of, hey, I feel like going and killing somebody today. I can just claim that stand your ground bull crap. And that's the shit that went on. You know what I'm saying? And you can clearly see by the videotape, he was going to shoot and kill somebody, man. He didn't care who it was. You could tell by the videotape. And witnesses even say that when he was arguing, before he was arguing with the woman, he was arguing with somebody else. So he was basically just testing the waters and looking for a victim, you know. So 20 years, man, that's not crap, man. So this murderer can be out in 10 damn years. Yeah, well, that's ridiculous, man. All right, on to the next story. And this one pissed me off too, man. We got a father that killed his own daughter. And what this idiot did was he put her in scalding hot water. And they say the water was so hot that it made her skin fall off. And of course, it was a 13-month-old girl, and she died from her injuries. And yeah, I say the punishment should fit the crime on that, man. They should dunk him in some boiling hot water. And if he survived, dunk him back in. He need the death penalty and punishment at the same time. That's just sick, man. And being the father of the kid, man, I can't understand it, man. I don't know what kind of drugs or what, but man, ain't that much drugs in the damn world, man. It makes completely no kind of sense to me. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna do one more story of a hideous person, and after I do that one, then I'm gonna get into a lighter mood, talk about something better. But you know, I'm just talking about it because it's in the news. That's all. And yeah, seems like we have some real bad actors and some monsters out here, man. I tell you. Yeah. So, but in a little bit, I'll just say down the line what we have down the line as a cliff note. There'll be something about a movie that Wesley Snipes is in, along with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. I'm just say that much. I was gonna say a little bit more about it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna mess around and give it away. I ain't gonna give it away, man. I'm gonna hold off on that one. It's real juicy. I'm gonna hold on about that right there. All right. Well, switching gears again, back to the evil monsters. All right. Well, I would have to talk about Eric Holder and the Eric Holder trial. Not the last attorney general we had, who's a real good man. No, it's this piece of crap guy who killed Nipsey Hussle. So why am I talking about the Eric Holder trial? Well, who else is, man? Yeah, you see the media. Who else? Somebody got to damn talk about it. Okay. Anyway, man. So let's see. What's new in the case? Well, 2 weeks ago, he tried to commit suicide. He was in a cell, and later on, the guards had found him non-responsive, and they end up taking him to the hospital. And of course, he was under guard the whole time that he was there. They say before he got took to the hospital, he was really weak, and they felt like he was fading, about to die out. And so of course he's on the suicide watch. And yeah, that happened 2 weeks ago. And his attorney is trying to get two of the charges against him dropped. And there's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo to it, but he's because he got multiple charges because he did a lot of different offenses. So, but his attorney trying to get two of them dropped, like that'll do something, But yeah, that's a messed up story because Nipsey Hussle is such a good guy, man. It's just bad for some idiot to take him out like that, man. That was sick. Also, Eric Holder's younger brother had committed suicide. So, with him trying to commit suicide, I don't know. I guess try to take the easy way out or whatever. Don't have to suffer. Yeah, but yeah, it's not looking good for him. It didn't look good for him whenever he decided to pull that trigger, man. I mean, he did it to himself, man. I ain't gonna feel sorry for the damn murderer, man. That was sick. Yeah. So now switching gears and getting to a lighter note, talking about something positive, talking about something good. We're going to end the broadcast on a high note, on something positive. I don't like a lot of negativity to be in your brain after I finish talking. Yeah, I want you to have a good positive experience. Well, I gave a hint about a movie. I said earlier I was going to talk about a movie. So y'all know the movie is the Rudy Ray Moore story, starring Eddie Murphy. And the actual name of the movie is Dolomite Is My Name. Man, that's going to be tight, man. You can look that up. The movie's name is Dolomite Is My Name. Real tight movie. And on this movie, I already said you got Wesley Snipes on there with him, which is a real good look. They two really talented actors, and they really bring the story to life. And you learn a lot about the original Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore. Man, I found out a lot about that dude from this movie. Like, he was a cat that he had a dream of being a big time star, and he didn't want anything to stop him and to keep him from being a star. And instead, he just kept at it and kept moving and kept going and kept growing. And even though the movies he'll get into, once he got his thing popped off like he wanted, was what they call black exploitation movies. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let no negative press or anything stop him. He just kept shining and kept moving and kept doing his thing. And it'd be like that when you envision something and you have a goal and you just have the strength to keep going towards it, man. So that's a real good story, a real good success story, man. As a dude that made it, you know what I'm saying, just kept going forward till he made it. And of course, Rudy Ray Moore, before he started doing the movie thing, he did a stand-up comedy, tried his hand at being a singer, different type of deals. But his stand-up comedy was real funny, man. Everybody loved his stand-up comedy, so he would have made it right off of that alone if he didn't even push off into the whole movie genre. And yeah, because he started the whole black exploitation movie, so that whole movie genre is right there off that man's back. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's a big time success story. You're talking about going from nothing to something and working hard and believing in yourself and keeping up with your own goals and not letting nobody talk you out your dream, you know what I'm saying? And hitting that making yourself into a success story. So it's really tight. Yeah, and I'm working on actually a little mini documentary about Eddie Murphy, because he's a majorly talented actor. So also be on the lookout for my documentary video on Eddie Murphy called The Eddie Murphy Effect. It'll be out soon, man. I'm still working on it, man. I put in a lot of research on it. I'm trying to do a real solid type documentary about the man. You know what I'm saying? Pay the man homage. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real tight, man. And I'm gonna take my time with it, man. I ain't gonna just put anything out. It's gonna do the man justice. It's gonna be really tight. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying this cold weather, man. I mean, it's not cold yet. It's cooling off. And unless you're in extreme north, but even to the people in extreme north, it's not real cold yet. That extreme north, they used to the damn minus 30s and crap like that. Yeah, I'm down here near Memphis today. I'll be heading out later in the morning and probably headed back West Coast. Truck just got out the shop. I see where I'm headed. I ain't even got no plans yet, man. But I'll be back at it rolling. And it's been nice kicking in with y'all once again. Of course, this is Rod D of Orange Ninja News. It has been my pleasure to entertain you as usual. I try my best at the entertainment for you. All right, and if you like it, you can subscribe, hit the like button, you know, share with your friends, tell them what's up, tell them about the channel, tell them about the good videos that you enjoy. And yeah, that's about it, man. I'm gonna hit y'all back up tomorrow. As you know how we do, we broadcast daily. All right, and with that, I would have to say, y'all be blessed and peace.